everyone, my name is Vina, aka Miss WOC Reader, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my April TBR. I didn't do a March TBR because, to be honest, I wasn't sure how much I was going to read, and I'm glad I didn't because I ended up not reading a whole lot, especially in the first half of March. Like, I hit that midpoint of the month and I had only read one book, and it wasn't even a book that I felt strongly about. The reading slump was real. So I'm starting to read a little bit more now. I am in the middle of reading so many different books, and I just wanted to share a few that I plan to read for April because I feel like it's going to be a better reading month for me. This is Soul of the Stone. This is a sequel to Sign of the Slayer. It's by Sharina Harris. I had this on my TBR for February because the audiobook became available, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to listen to the audiobook to start and I'll be able to get into it. No, it didn't work out like that because then the audiobook narrators both were bad. Like, both were audiobook narrators who weren't doing what they need to do. The one audiobook narrator for it had annoyed me in a previous book. I was like, I can't take her breathy newscaster voice. So that was a no-go. But I started slowly reading this one and I'm getting into it again, and I think that I'll be able to finish it during the month of April. This is Cousins in the Time of Magic. This was gifted to me by Simon & Schuster, and I have to read the synopsis because I honestly cannot remember why I said yes to getting this one, but like, I do love the cover, so I know that was definitely a thing. History is alive with magic. That's what zany Tia Zia is always telling cousins Jorge, Camila, and Siggy. Their aunt has many secrets, including a mysterious diamond-encrusted sword. A sword Jorge definitely wasn't supposed to see. Jorge's daredevil stunts often get him in trouble, though. He and his cousins couldn't be more different. Camila is a dreamer who adores animals, and Siggy is an aspiring influencer who has an exclusive party to attend. But when the cousins stumble upon a time portal in their aunt's yard, they are transported back to 1862 and discover that the past is filled with wonders and dangers. To return to the present, they must race to deliver the sword to General Ignacio Zaragoza in time for the historic Battle of Pueblo in Mexico, the reason for celebrating Cinco de Mayo today. As their journey to Mexico takes them through the Civil War-era United States, the cousins see just how much U.S. territory has been shaped by Latin communities. They must find the power within themselves to make sure things happen as they're supposed to without altering the past. So the other night I was reading a little bit of chapter 1 and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Let me add that to my April TBR. This was gifted to me by Candlewick Press. This is Fairy Door Diaries, Eliza and the Flower Fairies by Megan McDonald, who was the creator of the Judy Moody series. So I actually also thought the cover was really cute of this. I thought it would be a great one to read and pass along to the kids. When Eliza passes through the fairy door, she finds a foul wind blowing. The flower fairies have been cursed. Can Eliza of the elves reverse the spell? Only if she can survive Strangleweed Swallow. Only if she can slip by the evil ones, Wolfsbane and Belladonna. Only if she can find the kindly Witch Hazel. Only if she can harness the mighty power that could save her friends from wilting away. And only if she can do all of that before time runs out. So this isn't like a long book or anything. It looks like it's like about 80 odd pages, lots of pictures in it. So I'm really curious about this one. I've been trying to read more of a variety of kid lit to pass along. This is He Burns by the River. This one is by Kalia Moreau. The dead live in Sappho, and they will claim a soul come hell or high water. When 16-year-old Roran's saintly and light-skinned older brother falls ill in 1963 Trinidad, people in the village Sappho blame Obia. Blaming dark sorcery, the same kind believed to have sunk the southern half of Sappho 30 years prior, is ludicrous to Roran. He's a boy of science and his brother is just ill, albeit the doctors aren't quite sure with what. But when Roran hears the cries of those who died in southern Sappho, he seeks out Father Basedo, a man rumored to have eyes that can see the living and the dead. Father Basedo explains to Roran that Roran has the eyes on him too, and only Roran can save his brother by communing with the spirits. He just needs to put his jealousy aside and risk the only thing most people in his village would never dare risk, having his soul trapped in Sappho's sunken side. So Kalia sent this book to me. I read her debut, which was really touching to me, and this was like the YA book of her heart that she decided to self-publish. I did a video on my Instagram just unboxing the little gift box she sent me, and I'm very excited about it because I do want to see more Caribbean fantasy. So I cannot wait to dive into this and share it with you guys. I had to pull up my computer because there are a couple of others that I knew I was going to read that I had to look up. So one, I delayed my library hold coming back by a week because I'm finishing up some other books, but it's The Improvisers by Nicole Glover. I started reading it in either January or February, I cannot remember at this point, and I didn't finish it before it had to go back to the library, so I was waiting for it to come back around, and like I said, it did, but then I had to delay it by a week, so in April it's obviously going to come back around. But this is a Jazz Age era fantasy. It's like connected to her Murder and Magic novel series, but it's not a continuation of the first two books. Velma Fry is many things: a pilot, a former bootlegger, a well-seasoned traveler, a jazz pianist, and a wielder of celestial magic. She's also a member of the Mystical Rhodes family, as well as an investigator for arcane oddities for a magic rights organization dealing with both simple and complicated cases. And when a pocket watch instigates a magical brawl after one of her flight shows, things become very complicated. In 1930s America, enchanted items are highly valuable, especially in the waning days of the magical prohibition. As Velma digs deeper, she discovers the watch is part of a collection of dangerous artifacts manipulating people across the country, and in some cases leading to their deaths. Something about all this is ticking Velma's memories, and the more she discovers, the more these seemingly isolated incidents feel as if they're building to something apocalyptic. Connecting the dots isn't easy though, and further complicating her work is journalist Dylan Harris. He hounds her steps, and while not actively sabotaging her investigation, he also clearly knows more than he lets on. Whether it's his presence that she finds so vexing or his easygoing charm, that's a mystery she isn't interested in solving, because someone is out there seeding cursed objects with the intent on wreaking havoc, and Velma will have to use every trick in her toolkit, including some well-placed magical immersion, to win the day. So, like I said, I started reading it. I think I got about halfway through. It was moving a little bit slowly, but I was still very interested in the overall story, so that's why I put it back on hold, and I'm ready to finish it out. And this is one that I just started, but I've been saying I need to read for a couple of months now. It's Devils Kill Devils by Johnny Compton. it is a horror novel. Sarita has been watched over by a guardian angel her entire life. She calls him Angelo and keeps him a secret. But secrets can't stay buried forever. When Angela murders someone she loves, Sarita begins to see what's really been lurking in the shadows surrounding her. And she will have to embrace the evil within if she hopes to make it out alive. So, I am only a few chapters in, but so far, a lot is happening and I am invested. So, I think by the end of the first week of April, I should have this one read. So that's what's on my April TBR. Let me know if you posted an April TBR video if you are a booktuber, or let me know if you've read any of these books that I mentioned. If you like this video, make sure and hit that like button. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!